Way to discipulia discipuli, quid agis hodie? Conversationes pars quarta. Today we're going to add one more part to our conversations, and this one's going to be all about our feelings. This is something that you can add to a conversation the first time you're meeting someone, but you can also add this to your conversation every single day that you meet someone. So, let's start with the question. Quid agis hodie? Well, we saw that word quid before. Quid nomen est tibi. Quid just says, I need some more information. So you see the guy there shrugging his shoulders with the question marks. Now, when you say agis, you're going to point to whoever you're talking to, because the S on the end of agis really means you're talking about that person right in front of you. So when you say agis, you want to point at who you're talking to. And agis really asks about their feelings in this case. All right, so you can kind of see all the different emojis there. You're pointing in that person at that person, and you're wondering which of those emojis fits them. The last word is hodie. Hodie is not yesterday, not tomorrow. It's right at this moment. That's when we're interested in. Quid agis hodie. All right, so go ahead and repeat that. Quid agis hodie. Now, the answer to that question is always the word sum. You're going to point to yourself when you say sum. We actually saw that as an alternative to nomen mihi est. You could say ego sum. So sum is a word where you point to yourself. You see the guy there pointing to himself. So everybody say the word sum and point to yourself. And then you're going to add something to that. You're going to add whatever your feelings are for the moment. All right, so quid agis hodie? The answer is some and some kind of a feeling. Now, we're going to share 12 of those with you. And those are right here on the next slide. You'll notice with some of these, there's only one way to say it. Like in the upper left-hand corner, you say sum bene. There's only one way to say that. But if you look in the bottom right corner, you're going to see there's sum solicitus or sum solicita. For some of these, there's a different boy and a girl spelling. So if you're a guy, you would say sum solicitus us. If you're a girl, you would say sum solicita a. So you're going to choose which one works for you. So I'm going to go ahead and run through these real quick so you can hear them. Repeat after me. You'll see an emoji to sort of give you some ideas. So the question was, quid agis hodie? The answer is always sum, point at yourself. And the first one is bene. So everybody give me a thumbs up and say sum bene. Even better than that is optime. So everybody give me 2 thumbs up and say sum optime. Even better than that is sum fervidus or sum fervida. For this one, you're going to give me 2 thumbs up and a woohoo, woohoo. Sum fervidus, sum fervida. Now, the second row is kind of the opposite of the first row. So instead of a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down, and everybody say sum male. Remember, there's no silent E in Latin. You are going to pronounce that E. Say it again after me, everyone. Sum male. Now, don't forget, you point at yourself when you say sum, then you give me a thumbs down when you say sum male. One more time. Sum male. Good. The opposite of optime is pessime. So everybody give me 2 thumbs down and say sum pessime. Good. Don't forget to point at yourself when you say sum. Now we're going to pretend like we got some tears. Everybody, sum tristis. Third row. If you got to go to the nurse, you might feel this way. Sum igrotus, sum igrota. So pick whichever one works for you. Put your hands on your stomach. Pretend like you're going to vomit. Everybody say it. Sum igrotus, sum igrota. Whichever one works for you. Next one. So all these question marks. This is how you feel if you don't know what's going on. If you're a guy, sum perplexus. If you're a girl, sum perplexa. So point to yourself when you say sum. Put your hands up, shrug your shoulders when you say perplexus or perplexa. So everybody after me, sum perplexus, sum perplexa. Next one, over. This is when you want to sleep, but maybe you aren't yet. You feel like this way in the morning. You feel like this way in the evening. You feel like this when you're about 2/3 of the way through an assignment. You're going to yawn when you do this one. Everybody, sum fessus. Or some fessa. Next one is how you feel when you maybe see a spider. This is how Scooby-Doo and Shaggy feel all the time. You're going to kind of freak out and go, ah. So everybody, if you're a guy, some teritas, ah. If you're a girl, some terita, ah. Next one, if someone upsets you, you feel this way, some iratus or some irata. Pick whichever one works for you. And the last one is how you might feel on the first day of school. This is how you might feel if you're about to give a report to the whole class. So, sum solicitus, sum solicita. Go ahead and do whichever one works for you. Go. Good. So don't forget, always point to yourself when you say sum, then you act it out whenever you let someone know how you're doing. Sum bene, point to yourself, thumbs up. Sum optime, point to yourself, 2 thumbs up. Sum perplexus, point to yourself, shrug your shoulders. I don't know what's going on. All right. Make sure to go through those multiple times and practice. There are 12 ways you can talk about how you're doing. So let's see how that fits in to our conversation that we know so far. We're calling this pars quarta. So let's go ahead and fit that in. So first time you see someone during the day, you're going to say salve or salveta to a group. That's a back and forth. If you don't know someone yet, you got to find out what to call them. Quid nomen est tibi, nomen mihi est. And again, that's got that ×2 button because one person asks the other answers, the other asks the first answers. Meeting for the first time, you got to be polite about it. Mihi per gratum est convenire et mihi. That you only got to do the once. And the next part is the new part, part 4. You're going to do this when you meet someone for the first time. You're going to do this when you see somebody for the first time every day. Quid agis hodie? Point at the other person. The other person says some, points at themselves, picks one of the 12. Then you reverse it. Quid agis hodie? Some, however you're doing. So that one's a back and forth right there. Then at the end of the conversation, before you walk away, wale, waleta, if it's to a group, that's another back and forth. All right, so now we have 5 of the 6 parts of our conversation. It's going to take a little while until we get to the 5th one. We got a few more things to do. So if you would, go ahead and practice those things. Make sure to review the video. Lots of pointing, lots of acting. Have fun with this. Waleta discipulia discipuli.